Chubstep.
Creating the oil of judgment.
Steed.
Chubstep.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the king of the jungle.
Where you going?
I mistook that girl for Great Plains trash. She's actually desert trash. I should have picked up on the multiple gecko tattoos, so this is kind of on me.
You excited, man?
Oh, yeah.
Ready to get crunk?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I'm ready.
Daddy wants?
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
And the show started. And welcome back. I made it. I made it back out of the desert. You were probably worried about me, and yes, I did see another man die today.
Wait, is that true?
Yeah, I can't travel without seeing somebody die.
What does that mean?
I was at the airport. I'm waiting. Turn around. Uh-oh, man dying on the ground.
But in the past, you've saved these people.
I didn't save this guy. The EMS was already there.
Okay.
I mean, maybe I could have done something had I had my noise canceling headphones on, so I didn't even hear any commotion.
Listening to Chubstep?
I was listening to Chubstep 3 episodes at the same time. So it was loud. There was a lot going on.
Yeah.
And I was just so excited to get out of the desert. I was kind of in my own zone.
Sure.
And then there was just another guy dying. And I was like, well, I still want an electrolyte drink. So I bought an electrolyte drink about 10 feet away from him receiving CPR.
Did he make it?
I don't know.
Unclear. Okay. Yeah, weird that you find yourself in these scenarios all the time where there's just somebody dying around you.
Now I'm just kind of jaded to it. Like I saw him and I wasn't even like, I wasn't phased at all. I'm not gonna lie. I was just like, another day.
But you're not heroic in this scenario, kind of just getting your electrolyte drink. It doesn't make you hero. In the past, you've been a hero amongst Chubstep guests or hosts.
Yeah, I was actually kind of disappointed that I didn't get to be the hero.
Okay.
Because I was like, shoot, I wish I had turned around earlier. You know?
Yeah.
I wish I was thirsty just a little bit earlier.
Do you think maybe listening to 2 Chubstep episodes, you'd be more alert than listening to 3?
I think so, because the third one really drowned out all the noise.
Yeah. Because I've done 2 where you do 1 in each ear of an earbud.
Yeah,
but you do a third that really kind of throws things
I had
off.
1 playing on YouTube, 1 playing on Spotify, and 1 playing on the podcast app.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, that's good.
That's how I do it.
But hopefully that guy made it.
Yeah.
Scary. God. Good start to the show.
Yeah, so
hot start. Remember, yeah. Here's another thing that happened over the weekend. 4th of July, America 250. Right, 250 years old.
Yeah, we did
it. We did it, and there was a big celebration they had at Coney Island, and it was the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we've had American hero Patrick Bertoletti on the show a few times, and he was the Las Vegas favorite to get second.
Yes.
And I think if you wanted to bet Joey Chestnut to finish first and Patrick Bertoletti to finish second, it was like minus 400.
Jeez.
That's how confident they were that it was going to be Joey and then Patrick. So
it's crazy because the Australian, Mr. Webb, he was pretty close for a lot of it.
Yes, he was more of like that horse in a like Kentucky Derby that, sprints out at first and gets ahead. And then you're like, oh God, is that going to stay? And then, they don't have the endurance. You couldn't hold the whole thing. So Patrick Bertoletti gets 52 hot dogs.
Yeah, tragically.
Tragically. And we say tragically because DraftKings before the thing had made a bet. It said over under on hot dogs, 52 and a half.
Yeah.
And me and Steed are like, well, we're not taking the under on our boy Patrick Bertoletti. He's going to get over 52 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
He's gotten over it before. And I knew it was supposed to be a hot day, so I knew that was going to be a factor.
I knew the hot day was going to be a factor too, but I thought Vegas would have accounted for that.
Yes.
And I thought they'd underestimate him.
Yep.
Turns out they estimated.
Turned out they estimated correctly. It means to do the over 52 and a half. So we put $50 on him to get over 52 and a half hot dogs. Gets 52. We lose the bet. In like last second, he stuffed like
There were so many dogs.
so many at the end they stuff in. And then
That's
we're
why
really,
I wanted to see. I wanted a better ruling. I think we got
yeah,
screwed.
because sometimes they'll do like three-quarters of a dog or stuff like that. So I was really hoping like he had another half of one somewhere and they then missed something. Like I kind of want to watch a replay and see. I did
I
actually
think we
watch it
should.
twice, but in slow-mo. I watched a slow-mo on him. Maybe they got like a Bertoletti cam I can just watch.
Yeah,
And
we really should go back and watch it and dispute this.
yeah,
I'm thinking he went up maybe to 56
it could have been. I mean, at least 52 and three-quarters.
because there was a couple moments where they weren't tallying the score. He had like 8 hot dogs in the mouth at the same time.
Yeah.
And in honor of that, I did absolutely demolish a hot dog in front of my family, and to the point where they were like, "Whoa, oh my God, no way we're beating Paul in a contest."
Yeah, good.
And I almost choked. And I remember the ice cube trick. I needed the ice cubes because when I swallowed the dog, I could
Oh,
feel it getting caught in my throat.
yes.
If I had a wider throat hole,
Yep. Swallow ice cubes. Also, were you dipping it in lemonade?
I didn't dip any in lemonade.
Okay, should have done that as well.
I went in raw.
He also does two at a time, so it's like two dogs, two duns. Anyway, I was happy that he got second. And it was funny at the beginning, they said, "What's your goal today?" And he said basically like to get Joey Chestnut's approval. He just didn't want Joey to be disappointed in him.
It was fun watching him do it.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
I was like, "That's our guy."
I
Go.
know. It was fun. Everybody was around me while we were watching it. I was like, this is awesome. Me and Steve were texting each other the whole time, like, because it was so close. I mean,
It
it
was
was just
so
like, it was
close.
crazy how close it was. Yeah, but fun day. I didn't have a hot dog on 4th of July, which is probably my biggest regret of the weekend.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't even know what I
Okay.
was thinking.
Move to Russia, commie.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta have one. I don't know what I was doing. I didn't even. Yeah, I had a burger like the next day, but that's sad, very sad to me. Steed, do you want to get to the main topic here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. Okay. This is big news. Big news, topical news because it's still on the map. Greenland.
We're doing Greenland.
Yeah.
I wanted to do this for a while,
Okay, good.
but
Good.
I always paired it with like Greenland and the Iran conflict.
Sure,
Greenland, and what do we do about Palestine?
sure.
I was trying to lump it in, but we're just going to tackle Greenland today.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It's big enough that we can handle it on its own. Do you want to start with you? You want to start, Steve?
Yeah, first I want to start off by saying I want it.
It should be mine now.
It should be mine, and I want that sweet, sweet ice. Okay, so I'm just gonna start by dishing out some Greenland facts because
Yeah. Let's hear it.
all we know is it's just nobody knows anything about Greenland. So they're an autonomous territory of Denmark.
Mhm.
What does that mean? No idea. I think it's like
It's
a Puerto
confusing.
Rico situation.
Yeah.
So imagine Puerto Rico.
They're technically independent, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have an area of about 836,000 square miles and a population of around 57,000 people. So if you're unclear, that's not a lot of people
Yeah.
per square mile. The square miles outnumber the people by a lot.
It's one of those
Yeah, I think
Least
Mongolia
dense,
has
yeah.
it beat, but
it's ridiculous how few people live there. Yeah.
their capital city is Nuuk, home to a whopping 18,000 people. It is the least populated capital city in the world.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And you look at it, like pictures of it, it's just like some little sheds, basically. They speak Greenlandic, otherwise known as Kalaallisut in Danish. They're predominantly Lutherans. What is a Lutheran? Also don't know. Don't care.
You don't know what a Lutheran.
I don't know the difference between all the things.
This is a form of Christianity, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I knew that, but I don't know what makes them different. Okay, I don't know. So they're Lutheran. Their climate, Arctic to subarctic.
Yeah.
So they actually do have a big, some of the biggest temperature variances because it can get up to like 80 degrees in the south Fahrenheit, and then it can get down to about negative 70 degrees
Oh
Fahrenheit,
my God.
which is pretty cold, pretty
Yeah.
cold. Biggest non-continental island. Australia is the biggest island, but it's also a continent. Greenland, not a continent, biggest one. Um, they're home to the second largest ice sheet on Earth. Biggest is down
Yeah.
south in Antarctica. If Greenland melted, sea levels would rise by 24 feet.
Yeah, I saw that. It's
So,
basically like Florida would be gone, I think.
yeah, Florida wouldn't be doing so hot.
Yeah.
So that would be bad. Let's see. They have the largest fjord system in the world.
It's a fun word.
Wow. 350 kilometers of fjords. It's supposed to be very beautiful, but
What's a fjord again,
I'm not
Steve?
going. Okay, let's see what else we
What's a
got.
what's a fjord?
What's a fjord? Something with the Lutherans? No, no, it's like rivers, but with big cliffs.
Cool.
So instead of a river, since it goes down a lot, they call it a fjord.
Sounds like
Um,
so it's different than a crick.
yeah, it's different than a creek. It's very different.
Okay.
So like a creek, if you fall in, you go, oh, got water in my boot. Fjord, you fall in, you go, oh no, save me, Ragnar, save me, hold me up, Ragnar.
That's a
Because
pretty spot on impression for people. Yeah.
yeah, so you don't want to fall into any
Okay.
fjords.
Don't follow the fjord.
Um, First people who got there arrived around 2500 BC. So imagine this. You're sitting there in, I don't know, Spain. Spain's on the
Yeah.
coast. And you're like, I could live in Spain, or I could try and I'm just gonna go into the ocean and keep getting colder and stay there. Or I could go south and help build a pyramid. That's what
Mm,
was going on back then. And these guys were like, well, I don't feel like building a pyramid. What if we go to the coldest place ever?
yeah.
And
I
come on, guys.
They were like, this had to be people that nobody liked, right? I mean, the original people going there, it's got to be like the absolute rejects, you would think.
It,
Or
I
just weirdos, just absolute weirdos.
I have, like, it's so crazy. People could be in Europe and just be like, fuck it, get in the boat, guys. We're going,
Yeah.
we're going west.
Yeah. Screw Italy. I'm
Yeah,
going to
Italy
Greenland.
sucks. Rome sucks. I'm not helping build Rome. Let's go
Yeah.
west in our
Yeah.
boats. And they did that.
Yeah.
And they've survived. You know, they adapted pretty good,
Yeah.
I guess. And then some more modern people came in like 1200.
Well, I'll get a
Yeah,
little, 1200 BC or AD.
CE. What's
Okay.
CE?
Yeah.
New one. That's
Okay.
when the new
I,
guys came.
well, I've got a little bit more detail here about the Eric the Red. Do you have that?
No, I figured you would handle Eric the
Okay.
Red.
Okay.
But let's see. Um, they're losing billions of tons of ice annually. Don't worry about that. They have vast natural resources, zinc, lead, iron, uranium, and potentially oil. Uh-oh, that might be why we want it. They have one of the world's most complex languages, the Karaludichut. Uh, here's a word.
Just one more thing to to make it
Here's
easier to live in there.
here's I'm going to tell you a word, and you tell
Okay.
me what this word means in
Okay, I like
English.
that.
Now, oh, na lunarasuruta te kisa titilik. That's one word.
Good night.
You want it again?
My guess was good night.
No, it means one who is provided with something that can be used as a radio station again and again. So
Wait, why? What made you pick that saying? That's a common saying there.
that's just something that I came upon. Na
Okay, I was pretty
na
close.
luna surata te que si kisti titarik.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, of course. So we really need to get in there and help
Help.
these people. They shouldn't have to speak like this.
Guys, this is way too hard. This is way too hard. I'll give you a somewhat easier language, English.
Yeah, it's
Um,
bad. Okay, one
yeah,
last thing
yeah,
about Greenland to really just set the stage. So if you're imagining it, they don't have any intercity road connections.
yeah. I love this too.
So their transport is air, boat, helicopter, snowmobile, or dog sled.
Yeah, yeah. It's because the ice is just so thick between the different cities.
They
It's
can't
like
build roads.
you just can't do anything. Yeah, you literally just can't do anything. So there's like some of these spots are so far north that they have to like one like basically one time a year can they get like a boat up there. So they have to get like all their supplies. They can sometimes get a helicopter, but basically they get all their supplies like once or twice a year and
Just
then just have to
move.
ride it out.
What are you
I
doing?
yeah, I don't really understand that.
I would much rather be homeless in San Diego
So
than the richest guy in Urquhart Fjord.
this town is Itu Quarumumit. It just it seems crazy. I mean, I can't imagine like if you're living up there. I mean, you to me that's the only way you're living up there is like you haven't gone and visited.
You never left there.
You've never been to San Diego.
Not even like Rhode Island. Come
So,
on.
but I get my assumption is there's ancestral ties and that's why people want to live there and they don't mind it or whatever. But it's not easy. It's got to be so difficult to live there. So it's just crazy. Is it so they have like their dogs, like you said, the sled dog type of thing. There's certain areas where we're not allowed to bring any outside dogs because they want to keep the sled dog bloodline pure. And
They're
even if it
practicing
leaves,
eugenics.
exactly. And if the sled dog leaves the zone, sometimes it's not allowed to come back.
Oh
It's one of the
no.
strictest dog laws anywhere in the world.
Gotta keep the
So
bloodline pure.
yeah, gotta keep it pure. I just want to be pure. So, and even like prison wise, they have like almost like they opened its first proper prison in 2019.
What was the other option? Just snow? You're
They
going
would
to
go,
snow jail.
yeah, snow job. No, they would let people just leave during the day and they just had to come back at night.
That makes sense.
Even like serious criminals. Just make sure you come back. All right, yeah, I'll be back for sure.
Blood alone moves the wheels of history! Have you ever asked yourselves in an hour of meditation, which everyone finds during the day, how long we have been striving for greatness?
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
America is the richest, most powerful nation on earth. If America was a woman, America would be a big titty woman. And everybody loves a big titty woman.
In less than an hour, aircraft from here will join others from around the world. And you will be launching the largest aerial battle in the history of mankind.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chubb History.
Please clap.
Do a quick, everybody kind of knows the Greenland is, a fake name versus Iceland is the real Greenland and, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I'll give you just a real quick explanation. Eric the Red, they're saying the one that did that. And this guy was a hot-tempered serial killer, they called him. But basically just kept getting exiled places for killing people.
That's not on
Which
him.
I don't know how exiling, why don't you just like lock them up? They just don't want to deal with pain for him to be in jail, I guess. I don't know.
I
So
think if you're exiling somebody, you should just kill
I completely agree. That's
him.
more
Like if
worth
it's that
exiling.
serious in that era.
Yeah. So he basically gets exiled from Norway. They exiled from Iceland, and they're like, I don't know where to send this guy. So he basically ends up getting sent to Greenland. He just sails west, hits Greenland. Like again, it's like they're just going to give this guy a boat. I don't know what the justice system was. Seems pretty weak back
Yeah,
then.
like a
I
boat
could
is
just go where you
cheaper
want.
than jail.
Yeah. Exactly. So he ends up going to Greenland, and this is where people think, the name came from, where he was trying to trick people into going there. But the story goes that it worked because he ended up with 14 longships made it to Greenland in 985 AD. And they lasted for around 450 to 500 years. And the reason they don't know the exact area, the exact amount, is because of what happened next. Um, so basically, they had a colony that grew to about 3,000 people at its peak.
Pretty good.
3,000, yeah, from these couple of longships and this kind of checkered past, you would say. And again, keep in mind, there's also the native people that Steve was mentioning still living there at the time, but this is just for the European settlers that were there. So they're there for a couple of hundred years. And then, Europe gets this letter about this marriage, this wedding that's going on September 16th, 1408. And they're just talking, hey, a wedding's going on. And then that was the last time anybody ever heard from this civilization. Basically around the mid 1400s.
Jesus.
Just completely silent, zero trace of what happened to the people. And still to this day, people don't know. There's this whole 3,000 people, no idea what happened to them. There's theories that basically it got even colder there. They couldn't farm anywhere. Their trading was gone. The soil was bad. The sea levels rised, flooded the farmland. But basically, 500 years of the civilization just completely disappears. And there was traces later of the buildings and stuff. So they know it still existed. And, like I said, they had documents of that. But basically, Europeans didn't return until 300 years later in 1721, when this guy, basically this missionary, was like, oh, I'm going to convert the lost Vikings and convert them, And then all he found was the ruins of the
What
place.
the hell happened over here?
Yeah, exactly. So it's just this weird kind of thing. And they're like, I get it, I wouldn't want to, it'd be tough to live there, clearly. Partly because they don't have any trees really, and the soil sucks. You can't even bury people if you put rocks over them. So to Steed's point, the reason people have wanted this is, and this has been going on for a long time. So U.S. has actually been trying to buy this for a very long time, for over 150 years. So 1867, after the U.S. bought Alaska from Russia, the U.S. was trying to buy Greenland from Denmark. Then 1946, Harry Truman tries to buy it again. Denmark, says, no, we're not doing that. And then, but they did put, U.S. has a military base that they put on there, and that was allowed. But then, yeah, obviously the more in the news more recently in 2019 and then in 2025, Trump talks about wanting to buy it from Denmark. So one of the big reasons is its location. He said some of the rare, the stuff they have on, in the ground. But the other big thing is the location. So it's halfway between Europe and where we are. So they think it'd be a strategic spot for, military use also. So anyway, but basically it's nothing new. We've been trying to buy it forever. It's like the, the girl that keeps rejecting you.
Yeah, I don't get what Denmark's problem is.
But yeah, Denmark's yeah, what? Well, they don't have that much room. They're like, this is some land.
They don't even want it.
They don't even, I know.
They don't care about Greenland.
They don't give a shit about it.
We would treat Greenland right.
Well, we tried to do something kind of shady. This is in the Cold War. Do you know about this one?
No.
1959, they built this thing called Camp Century, and they say it's a nuclear-powered Arctic research center. And they held this whole documentary about Walter Cronkite's involved. 2 Boy Scouts spent the entire winter there. It's this whole wholesome science project. So what they're actually trying to do is they were trying to build a military base that would hold 600 nuclear warheads, missiles that would be in a series of tunnels that would stretch 150 miles across the entire, network of ice.
They just figured nobody would notice.
Yes, because nobody is so uninhabited. So they were going to do this all underground. So they were doing this, and it had like a hospital, barbershops, movie theaters, all this kind of stuff in the glacier. And then they would melt the ice with steam to get water, and that's how they would, have drinking water. So, so the actual plan, dig 2,500 miles of tunnels, and then have six nuclear missiles back and forth between roughly 2,100 launch positions. So basically, even if they destroyed a few launch positions, you've got all the other spots that you could launch, right? It was the height of the Cold War type of thing. And what happened is that it turns out you can't really build stuff on ice because it keeps just like all of a sudden these tunnels start
it thaws
collapsing.
and then
It just
refreezes.
changes all the time. Exactly. So it starts like they were doing all this stuff. It was just such a disaster. They were like, yeah, we could build this, and then in 2 years it would basically completely collapse. So they give up on this.
Good.
But Denmark really didn't find out about it. They never told them about it.
Oh my
wasn't
God.
wasn't until 1997, after 40 years, that it became declassified, and Denmark found out.
Sorry, Denmark.
It's just like shadily building a nuke base on somebody else's country.
So
Great.
we do have a history of buying stuff from Denmark.
Okay.
We bought the U.S. Virgin Islands from them.
Ooh, see, that's something I could be a part of.
And so this one was also shady. It took us 3 tries, and we were like, hey, we want to buy it. And they were like, no. And we're like, okay, come on, we're going to buy it. And they're like, no. And then World War I happened, and we were like, we're going to take the islands over by force. And Denmark's like, okay, fine. What about $25 million in gold coins?
Ooh.
Yeah. And then they were just like, oh, yeah, sounds good. Thanks for the 25
Well, Denmark
million.
was hurting after World War One. I mean, like all those European countries were. And US had a lot of money.
Yeah, that was during World War One. And we were
Oh,
just
during.
like,
Well, even there you go.
Yeah,
They're
like,
desperate for money. They'll take it. Yeah.
turns out we're just gonna take this.
Yeah.
These are Virgin Islands. They ain't no slutty whore islands.
They're pure. They're pure.
We need them.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So maybe the fourth time's a charm. So, do you know about the shark that goes around Greenland?
The Greenland shark?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a great shark.
It's a ridiculous shark.
We got to study this shark.
Yeah. So,
because it lives forever.
Yes, between 272 and 500 years is how that's where they typically live.
Yeah.
So there's ones that are likely swimming around now that were alive when George Washington was around.
Yeah. And
even during Shakespeare's lifetime. Yeah. Shakespeare's lifetime, even potentially.
Yeah, Shakespeare.
It's just crazy. What's so ridiculous about these is that they can be like 20 feet long, 1.5 tons, which is bigger than a great white, but they move so slow.
Gotta save that energy.
2 miles per hour is their top speed.
Man, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, but those sharks just mosey on. Why would you want to live that long if you can go 2 miles an hour in the pitch black bottom of the ocean?
Here's what's even better. They're functionally blind.
Yeah.
They have a parasite called a copepod that basically attaches to its eye and eats its eyeball.
Sick.
It's disgusting. And they go 2 miles an hour and they're blind. And somehow they eat enough food to live up to 500 years.
What a life.
What a life. What a life. But they said, like, they've caught some of these and found like seals, like deer, like other like stuff in their belly. And they're like, I have no idea how they're doing this. Horses.
Deer.
One had a horse in it. Like, yeah, it's just crazy. They think like maybe they're so slow, nobody sees them coming, and they do it at night while they're sleeping.
They must think it's a big rock.
Yeah.
Other sharks are like, whoa, that's a big rock.
Yeah, I got a picture of one here.
They just look like the most boring thing in the world.
Yeah, it's nothing. It looks kind of like a combination between a fish and a shark. It's not, and it just looks like it's been around forever, which it has. Like when fish have been around for so long, they basically just get like chewed up. That's like kind of what this kind of looks like. They get like peppered and chewed up.
Yeah, it looks like a rock.
Here's this parasite on its eye.
Oh God.
Just absolutely disgusting. These are disgusting. You know how disgusting they are? Do you know about this? Carl?
Oh my God, the food. Yeah. I've seen like a I don't know what I was watching, but they showed like how they make it and all this stuff. And a guy like smelled it and he was like gonna vomit.
Yeah, we might have talked about this on a.
Maybe
Oh,
we
we're talking about
watched it.
eels. No, you know what?
No, we
Here's what
talked eels.
eels had
Yeah,
something equally as disgusting. So what this is, and I don't know how they pronounce it, hakarl, Hakarl. It is so this is basically the meat from the Greenland shark. But
yeah.
what happens if you eat it raw or if you eat it fresh?
You you die.
Yeah, you get poisoned.
You
Yeah.
can't eat their meat fresh or just by cooking it.
Yes.
So you have to ferment it.
Yes. Like they stick it in the ground traditionally, or I guess in these cases they're hanging it up until it ferments. You're fermenting a poisonous fish until it's
Like who the fuck thought of that? Where they're like,
uh
"Oh man, we keep getting sick from the shark. Throw it up." That's how they figured it out. Actually, they were
that
probably
had to
like,
be from desperation.
they must have caught it, thrown it away, be like, "That keeps making us sick." Then they're starving to death. They're like, "I'm taking the chance." And they're like, "Wait a minute, guys, it didn't kill me.
Yeah.
What if we
Uh
just ferment
and
it?"
this is for months, keep in mind. And they said it smells like ammonia.
Yeah, that's what. So they had it in like some. It might have been a shipping container. One of the guys was doing it in, and he was bringing some like tourist food guy around, and the local guys like opens the trailer, and the other guy like lost his mind. He's like, "That smells. That's the worst thing I've ever smelled in my life." And then they just go and eat it.
This is the national dish of Greenland, which is insane. And they said it tastes super fishy. So it has this terrible smell, and then it tastes like super fishy, which is like the isn't it the last thing when you're eating fish? You want it to taste fishy.
It depends what kind of fishy, because like to me, mackerel's really good, and that has a just big time fish taste, but it's like a
Okay.
rich fish taste. I don't want
God, I get.
ammonia piss fish and
Yeah, and
like
that's what it
carp.
kind of seems like it is.
Ugh.
Yeah. So it's just this crazy thing. So just this insane, shark that has so much to do with their lifestyle there, I guess, just their history and stuff. It's just it's crazy, crazy little shark. That's really, oh, the last thing about it. We talked about the Greenland, Iceland name, but the last thing about it is that they did find that 400,000 years ago, they had plants and stuff on there. So it actually was completely ice free at some point in our history.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So it's not a complete lie to call it Greenland. So if we just want, I could say one positive thing of global warming, maybe we can melt Greenland. It gets rid of Florida, which gets rid of Florida people, even though, I like to
Well,
visit Florida and I like
they're
some
gonna need a
Florida people.
house, so we put them
So
on
you move into
Greenland.
Greenland. Yeah, you can move to Greenland. It's basically what I'm saying. If Florida gets removed, they can move to Greenland. It'll have plants again. And
muskox.
Muskox, good. Are those on Greenland?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. And then you can eat that disgusting fish.
Yeah, it'd be instead of gators.
Here's the thing about Greenland. I don't get it.
I don't get the draw. I know like something in my blood makes me want to lord over it. And I think that's how every American feels. Like we need it. We need to have it. We
I hate it, but
need
I need it.
Greenland. Yeah. I don't want to live there, but I want like some people to live there and like get the oil. We just need their oil. I know it's down
Yeah.
there somewhere. It's what's growing those sharks.
What's the capital name again?
Nuke or
Nuke?
something.
I'm just trying to see like what Nuke even like. It's just so crazy that people.
It is like a hilariously tiny thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, yeah.
You could probably get some cheap. What about the cheap property is there?
Well, the problem is there's no wood.
Yeah, you're right. So everything's imported. I know, like the food and stuff. Chicago. I'm comparing Chicago to Nuke, right?
Okay. Yeah.
The average cost per square meter is double in what it is in Chicago.
What are people doing in there for their jobs in Nuke?
So the average cost per square meter in Chicago is 2,450. In Nuke, Greenland's about 6,000.
Okay, so now I'm even more confused why people live there.
Yeah. It's because again, every single thing has to be nothing is manufactured there. Everything has to be imported.
You know what? If we owned it, we would have a wood boat from Portland going there daily. We got plenty of wood out here. I
Yeah.
build as many houses as they want.
Yeah. It's crazy. So I was just trying to find again, I had to I'm sorry I've been bashing on Greenland so much. Somebody from Greenland messaged the show, tell us what we're missing. I'm not finding many positives. It seems like a tough place to live.
Yeah. Okay, well, it was a tough place to live back in the 1500s too. And when I say tough place to live, I'm going off topic.
Okay.
I was looking for a good true crime for Greenland, but they don't really do crime. They just kind of get drunk and beat the shit out of each other. Like,
yeah, they're pretty low crime rate. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like low crime rate, but they just beat the shit out of each other and get drunk. But their neighbor Iceland, they had one serial killer in their entire history of Iceland.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And he has a really cool name. Axlar Bjarnardís.
So Bjarnardís. Nice.
Also known as Axlar Bjorn.
Okay.
So this isn't Iceland. He's just across the road, but I'm sure people in Greenland were scared of him. So he was around in the late 1500s. Some of this might have been embellished over time.
Okay, sure.
I'm going to put that out as a warning. This might not all be accurate, but old Axlar, he was up to no good, and he's got a kind of wild story. When his mother was pregnant, she had a odd little thing. I don't know if your wife experienced this, but she wanted to drink human blood.
Not that I'm aware of, yeah.
Okay, your wife didn't have that? Yeah,
No.
So she was just craving human blood like really bad.
Okay.
And her husband, like eventually she couldn't hide it from her husband. She's like, I need this blood. I need this blood bad. And he's like, fine, you can drink my blood. And for some reason, he pricks his own foot.
Okay.
And lets her drink his foot blood. Odd place. If it was my wife, I'm giving her maybe wrist blood.
Well, finger blood, I've seen you do, right?
I could give her finger blood. Yeah, finger, wrist, maybe neck blood like a vampire. I'm not making her suck my foot for blood.
No.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's outrageous.
I agree.
And she's convinced that she's now carrying some type of demon baby.
Good.
She might have had some more problems if that's all true.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. She's the one drinking blood. Don't think it was the baby's fault. Starts growing up. I guess he's a kind of normal kid. For some reason, he murders somebody when he's 14, another farmhand, hides him in a cow shed, a manure pit. Not a lot of info on this murder, but he confessed to it later in life. So he has a dream that he's with some maiden or something, some maid, and they keep offering him meat. Like they give him a plate of meat.
Okay.
And they're like, here's a bunch of meat. And Axlar eats the meat. And he's like, oh, that was pretty good. And then he keeps eating meat. Apparently he eats 18 pieces of meat. And it's so delicious. But then at the 19th piece, he gets nauseated and starts throwing up. Then, for whatever reason, this person that just fed him all the meat was like, hey, I hid something under a stump on your farm, and it's going to make you famous. And Axlar's like, well, I got to go find that. So he goes up and finds an axe under the stump, which would inevitably make him famous. This axe apparently had some wild powers where it make him go psycho mode and want to kill people every time he hold it.
Oh, good.
And I guess Axlar was kind of weak-willed and he was thinking about that meat, so he kept holding the axe, probably hoping he would get more meat that wasn't made of Greenland shark. Axlar goes on to accept visitors to like stay on his farm for the night or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then he keeps murdering them.
Yep.
And there's a couple ways that people think he got caught. One was just amassing horses. So he'd kill people and then just keep their horses. So his horses would just keep like doubling, tripling.
Oh,
He just
great.
kept getting a bunch more horses, and people were
Great.
like, what the hell's going on? Another way people think he got caught is a guy was sleeping like on his farm, one of his guests, and he like reached down under the bed for something and discovered another dead body.
Oh, great.
So this guy, pretty quick thinking, he's like, oh my God, Axlar is going to murder me. He switches bodies. He does a little body switch. He puts a dead body in the bed. He goes under the bed. Axlar comes in, stabs the body.
Oh, God.
Axlar's wife, who was apparently in on it, well, she did get executed too.
Okay.
But Axlar's wife, they think she was in on it. And in this story, she was like, why didn't he move? And he was like, shut up, woman. It's because I hit him good. I'm a good axe murderer. Stop talking back to me. And then the guy escapes later in the day. But anyways, eventually he confessed it. They catch him. He confesses to murdering 9 people. They think it was around 20.
Okay.
It could have been more. Who knows?
Sure.
His wife was sentenced to death, but she was pregnant, so they let her have the baby and then they killed her.
Oh, great. Great.
Yeah. So Axlar was executed in a really cool way too. They broke all of his limbs with a sledgehammer. Then they beheaded him. Then they split him in half.
Oh, my God.
Then they put him onto 2 separate pikes.
Oh, great.
Just in case people didn't get the message, killing people is bad.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, my God.
Old Axlar Bjornsson.
Oh, my God.
Honestly, I was rooting for him when I was reading this.
They haven't had anybody since.
Nope. It was just Axlar, and then the whole country was like,
Maybe
holy
that
shit.
punishment was so bad that everybody's like, I don't want to do that again and have that happen to me.
Yeah. His son was also executed.
Okay. The one that was born later on?
Yeah.
Okay. Not right away?
No.
Later on in life.
Yeah, he sexually assaulted somebody, and so it runs in the family. Bad stuff.
Yeah, no kidding.
Whole
Probably
family
good
executed.
that,
I doubt they
that
chopped
line.
him in half too.
Yeah.
But that's the only Icelandic, Greenlandic serial killer I think I could find.
I believe it.
Good for them.
And very Icelandic story too. We're in Greenland. That's the point of the story. We definitely need it. The more I'm reading about this, the more we need it. The show, we'll wrap it up there. Do shows every week. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts, or Spotify video now. If you want us to cover a topic, send us an email, chubstep.podcast@gmail.com. The show has ended. Begun.
Now you know you got to go.
Peace. This is Yasin.